Last week was our first playoff game, and my plaque psoriasis was so itchy under all my gear. Sometimes just thinking about scratching could take me out of the moment. And then my doctor told me I could get clearer skin with a pill called Otezla.
Otezla apremilast is a prescription medicine used to treat adult patients with plaque psoriasis for whom phototherapy or systemic therapy is appropriate. Otezla can help you get clearer skin after just 4 months.
Okay, ready for the next game. Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Call 1-844-4-OTEZLA or visit Otezla.com for prescribing info about cost, and more.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing. It's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 421, season 17. Today's date is April 1st, 2025. Happy April Fool's Day. And welcome to the show. On today's program, I'm going to talk about and read off a menu of the Old Barn restaurant that was located in Burbank, Illinois. I had great memories eating there. And also, I'll talk about a product a lot of people have forgotten. It was a food product. Well, it was a brand. It was called Raggedy Ann. It's based on the famous doll. And that food brand was sold in most stores in the Chicagoland area. So I'll talk about my memories of that. First off, the program will go into a commercial break. This program is brought to you by Lightline cheese from Borden. Remember that? Yeah. And here's a commercial from 1979, and it features a lady dressed as a mouse. I'll explain after the commercial. Yeah, I'll talk about my memories of that commercial as well. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the show, folks. Thank you.
When you're watching your figure, watch out for cheese. One innocent-looking slice of American cheese has about 100 calories. That's as much as this chocolate brownie with nuts. That's why I love Lightline, the processed cheese product with the fresh taste I crave, but only half the calories of ordinary American cheese. Delicious Lightline from Borden with half the calories.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Lightline. That was from 1979. From Borden, the Borden Company, sort of around in a way. I haven't seen it here. I haven't paid attention. Very famous company. They advertised a lot. They had some great products. As for the Lightline cheese, this was a sort of a low-calorie food. And I remember they advertised this all during the 70s, early 80s. I remember that. Then they featured a lady dressed as a mouse. And she says, she according to the commercial, she says, if you, a slice of American cheese has 100 calories, that's equivalent to a chocolate brownie with nuts. I love brownies. So, I love cheese too, but I try to cut down a lot with that. When I have a hamburger, usually seldom I order cheese with it, but it's delicious, but I order just no. I don't know how this tastes. I think my mom bought this one time, long, long time ago, probably when I was a kid, maybe high school. I forgot how it tasted. Probably not as regular cheese. Maybe there's a slight aftertaste, probably. And she only bought it once, and that's it. She just wanted to try it. Yeah. This product lasted until maybe the mid 1980s. I don't know what it's called now. If you want half the calories, there's different brands, different from different companies that have less fat or fat free. I don't know about fat free. It probably tastes terrible. If it's light, that's okay. So that's fine. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about the Old Bar and Restaurant that was located in Burbank, Illinois. I'll read off a menu of that. I saved this menu about over 10 years ago. I don't know how old this menu is. Probably in the 50s. I could be wrong. Also, I would talk about the food brand Raggedy Ann that was sold in stores. Before I get started, quick update. No doctor's appointments this week. Taking a break, thank God. I won't go till next Thursday, April 10th, 6 chemo. I will do that. As for my page, Van Chicagoland, it's been meta verified since Saturday. So far, so good. I've noticed people are gaining more followers, so that's good, and they're liking it. but it's very slow. So I guess I got the word out. Sometimes I have to be careful to post because I forget to get credit. It's a terrible habit. I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. I just want to make this work. I'll be more careful, because, the internet is a funny thing. You don't know where this photo came from. Is it really from this person? Did he really take the photo, or is it public domain? It's hard. It's very hard. I try. If there's, a watermark or, from a website, I will include it. I promise I will do that. And then I apologize to people. But, most people are very forgiving and, they like the page. So that's nice. So you be nice to them. They be nice to you. That's how it is. Yeah. But so far, so good. The page is doing fine. And I'm very pleased. Oh, I'm still elated. That since November, trying to get it verified, it was tough. I didn't have access for about 2 or 3 months, during that time. I clicked on something wrong, and that was a mess. I had to create another page. That one's gone. I merged them, so we're all set. So I don't have nothing to fear, I hope. We'll see about that. Okay, right now I'm going to talk about the Old Bar and Restaurant. According to the Chicago Tribune archives, this opened in 1921. Back then, Burbank didn't exist. It was just nothing. It was like a prairie. It was like there was nothing there, And so that opened about 1921, and first it was selling moonshine during Prohibition. And it was like a speakeasy, and Al Capone went there. Let's see. So then it burned down the original building, and then they rebuilt it, I think sometimes in the 30s or something like that. And then they remained like that for the rest of the time, like that. And then, word of mouth got, and they opened a restaurant. And I remember going there twice. I went with some friends. I took a date there. I remember the furniture was very dark and red and very rustic looking. And my favorite food, I've said this before on another podcast, was the dinner rolls. Oh, they were so good. The best. They smelled good. Ooh, I wanted to eat the whole basket. I didn't, so that was fine. And I enjoyed it very much. One of the employees was there, according to some people, was a guy named Ernie, and I think he was a bartender, also a magician. He performed magic tricks. I don't know his last name. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's alive. I don't know. Be nice if he contacted me out of the blue. And he was there for years, a long time, And according to the Tribune, October 9th of 2008, it closed. And it was in business for 87 years. Long time. Eventually it was torn down. It's sort of, but I pass by it from time to time. I don't live too far from there. It's really nothing. Nothing has been rebuilt. They tried to do something, maybe rebuild it. They should build another restaurant. That'd be great. I don't know if that'll happen. So it's just vacant. Nothing there. One day I'm going to go over there and look around and see if there's any remnants of the place. That'd be kind of cool. We'll see about that. So it's gone. So a lot of people who lived in that area, Burbank, Oakland, Chicago, they had special memories of the place. They went on their first dates. They had baby showers, wedding showers, big parties, graduation parties, like that. Or just, celebrating an anniversary or birthday. So, and ever since I posted this, what was it, yesterday? The comments flooded, and people all remembered it, and still commenting. So that's great, and I love reading them. I love reading their memories and what they ate, who they took, who they went with. Of course, you get comments that are snide and like that, but that goes with the territory. So don't worry about that. All right. So right now I'm going to read a menu quickly. Okay. And here we go. This is from a menu I saved a long time ago. All right. Here we go. Let's see. So the entrees they had was Old Barn's Southern Fried Chicken. That's probably good. Country Baked Ham. It was with brandy sauce with raisins. Sauteed calf livers. Somebody mentioned that with fried onions. Somebody mentioned that yesterday, and they had it, and they said it was delicious. Broiled filet mignon. Florentine of sole. Breaded veal cutlet. I love that. Roast Wang Kun duck. That's like roasted to turn crispy with cornbread dressing and orange sauce. That sounds good. Barbecue baby rag ribs, full slab or half slab if you want. South African lobster tails, served with lemon butter, drawn. Veal parmigiana, and baked shrimp a la maison. That sounds good. The veal parmigiana served with spaghetti. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oops. Just a moment, please. Got way ahead of myself. Well, I should have done the appetizers first, but I'll do it now. They had shrimp cocktail supreme, shrimp, and then shrimp cocktail. Maybe the supreme is more shrimp, or it's bigger. I'm not sure. Blue Point oysters Rockefeller, baked French onion soup, or regular onion soup, if you like. They had soup du jour, whatever soup was available that day. Baked shrimp, Iceland herrings, and barbecue ribs. Probably a little one. They also had a wine list, and they had the stables. They had entertainment like dancing, singing after dinner drink like that. The luncheon was open from 11:30 to 3 p.m. And also they had rooms for banquets and stuff like that. Okay. Here we go. The specials they had was probably that day: roast sirloin of beef served with potato and vegetable au jus, braised short ribs, and also North Atlantic whitefish, almondine with lemon butter, and it was served with a relish tray, salad bowl, cottage cheese or gelatin salad, rolls, and butter. That sounds good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Nothing. It's just repeating what I said. Let me see if there's something interesting. They had boneless rainbow trout, Almadine, lobster Bentley, roast prime rib. I think that's it. Veal piccata with lemon butter sauce. Veal scallopini with fried mushrooms. Dover sole, Almadine, if you like fish. Broiled filet of North Atlantic whitefish. They had that. This is the tack room specialties. It's underneath this category. Filet mignon, they had that, and broiled fancy double lamb chops with mint jelly. That sounds good. Okay. Let's see what we got. And some other items on the menu. They had Florentine of veal. That was served with mozzarella cheese, tomato sauce, and on a bed of spinach. So Florentine is the spinach. Aged New York strip sirloin, if you want that. Cut to order. Aged T-bone steak. That was the biggest steak. Breast of chicken Kiev. I love chicken Kiev. Butter served with raw rice. Steak lobster combination. So that's surf and turf. Steak shrimp combination. You can have that. Filet of sole. Almadine with lemon butter, French fried shrimp, and you can have tartar sauce or cocktail sauce with those. Filet of red snapper, and also Alaskan king crab legs. Somebody mentioned the crab legs yesterday. Yeah, and the last one is baked halibut steak. Okay. Now, a lot of people have missed this place very much, and I do too. But, it's hard to find places like that. There are restaurants like that, but it's hard to find, like I always said. Okay. All right, so right now I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to talk about Raggedy Ann, the food brand that was in the Chicagoland area. Okay, so sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the second half of the show, folks. Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Okay, everyone, I am back. Now I'm going to talk about Raggedy Ann. It was a food brand in the Chicagoland area for many, many years. I tried to find information about this company, but I came out empty. I really don't find... I know the name was Raggedy Ann Food Distributors. They've been around since the 30s, 20s or 30s or something like that for a long, long time. And that was based on the doll, Raggedy Ann, and there's Andy, or is her brother or boyfriend? I keep forgetting. Okay. So I don't know much about it. All I know is it was been around since the mid 1980s, and then they discontinued. I don't know what happened. They were sold. They just went out of business. No clue. But I'll tell you my memories of this place. Okay. So when I was growing up, probably Roseland, in the early 1970s, I used to see this product. I see this food brand, and there were green label and it had a picture of Raggedy Ann on it, and it was mostly at the canned section, canned vegetables. And I remember telling my mom, there's a doll, and she didn't know what it was. I told her, that's Raggedy Ann. That's a famous doll. A lot of girls had that. And so they made mostly canned vegetables, but they made other things too. Like so, according to an advertisement from December 10th, 1953. I got it from, and the store was called Sure Say Food Marts, and there were about 4 locations, maybe 5. on the north side. There weren't none on the south side. And that store carried Raggedy Ann. And according to that, they had peaches, pears, pineapple, let's see, tomato juice, applesauce, sweet potatoes, grapefruit selections, golden corn, sweet peas, grape juice, and tomatoes. They had that. And I looked at another ad, like from 1983, and they had ice cream at one time. They had ice milk, ice cream. So they had a lot of that. Now, the other stores that carry it, one I know is Certified Foods, if you remember that. They were, I think, their main distributor. They were, they're the ones that carried that a lot. When I lived in Roseland, there was one certified store. I remember it was at East 115th Street and near Martin Luther King Drive. It was South Park back then. It was right near the Greek Orthodox Church, St. Spiridon, which is now located in Palos Heights. But the original was there, and it wasn't too far from the store. One day, I think my mom and I went to church for some reason, but she wanted to go shopping. She always does. She wanted to pick up a couple things. So we went to Certified, and that's where I first saw Raggedy Ann. I saw that. And it was kind of cool. I was mesmerized by looking at the Raggedy Ann doll on the label and, the green color. They had a whole selection like that. Yesterday I showed the picture to my mother of Raggedy Ann, and she totally forgot about it. And she goes, "Yeah, I remember that. I did remember that. That's good." She had a good memory. So as for other stores that carry it, like, for example, Hilo, no, I don't think so. National, probably not. Jewel, I don't remember seeing that Jewel. I don't think so. They had their own brand. They had their own, with the food thing. I don't remember seeing that. Dominic's, I don't remember. But I remember Certified. Oh, another store they did carry was Treasure Island. Those stores that were on the north side. There was one in Hyde Park. They carried the Raggedy Ann products. So that's good, because I found proof that, when I look at the Chicago Tribune archives, there it was. So, I don't remember eating from that brand. Not really. My mom bought it from time to time, not always. I think she just bought it like corn and peas, to serve dinner on the side. That's probably what she bought, mostly. That's what I remembered. Okay. All right. And then, so I just, like I said, I don't remember any other stores that had carried it. No idea. Okay. So that's it for this show. It's really quick. Sorry about that. So I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the Old Barn restaurant that was located, I'll give you the address. It was 8100 South Parkside in Burbank, Illinois, and it opened in 1921. And I read a menu off of that. Also, I talked about the Raggedy Ann Food Brand that was located in several stores in the Chicagoland area back in the day. Okay. So this podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, iHeartRadio, Radio TuneIn, I think it's there. There's Podbean. If you have that, it's there. Good Pods. All the apps, if you have them on your phone or your tablet, tap on those. Tap following. Tap follow and you'll be following, and you'll receive a notification for the latest episode. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. Also, it'll be published, that is, on my blog, vanchicagoland.blog. You go to the, it's like a blog, and then you click on the link and take you right to Spotify, and you could listen. Okay. Also, it'll be posted on my YouTube channel, Van Chicagoland Stories. Again and again, people ask me, where do I find your podcast? Where do I find your podcast? You could find it on my YouTube channel. Do a search, Van Chicagoland Stories, or Pico Styles. You will find that. click subscribe. Tap on that. It doesn't cost anything. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. And you receive a notification of the latest episode on your phone or your tablet or your desktop. You can also stream it. It's Spotify's on your TV. You could do that. If you have an account, you can listen by lying down, sitting down. People told me, or you can listen in your car. Also, be sure to have my social media accounts: Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Threads. Okay. I said last time on the podcast I wasn't going to do a podcast on Tuesday, because I had somewhere to go, but that was changed. So now I'm doing one. I just did one now. Sorry. I'm all through. Okay. So that's it. And I'll probably do another podcast this weekend. We'll see I'll think of something. Okay. So this is Pico Stylish, your host for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today looks like a nice day, a little cool. Tomorrow's going to rain. That's what I heard. It's the first day of April. April weather is bizarre. It's nice. It's cold. It's rainy. You get tornado threats. It's just nuts like that. So thank you for joining me on this show. And here's bye-bye from me. And here's a little traveling music from our favorite person in the whole wide world, the legendary Ray Rayner, saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.